Hello, welcome to a very curious place. Still outside playing with the pups. Well, I say playing. I'm here for when they want to hug. I'm not really playing so much. So much as telling them to not argue with each other and to leave the cats alone. So, but that's how they like it. So, but anyway, trying to get out as many videos as I can today. I think tomorrow I have to be on the road tomorrow, so I think tomorrow we're going to do maybe like a vlog, maybe something else. But anyway, so we have our movie of the week, but instead of a movie, I'm doing a TV series. Because I just love it. Leave the cats alone. So anyway, our movie of the week, which is the TV series of the week, whatever we want to call it. Let's say our show of the week. Anyway, our show of the week is the Santa Clarita diet. And I know, zombies everywhere. But this is so not a traditional zombie show. I mean, it's on its second season, just got posted up to Netflix. This is a Netflix original series. And it is so funny and so awesome. And if you love Drew Barrymore, you will love this show. Seriously. She is so awesome in this. I mean, I've loved her since she was a little kid in shows like Firestarter and all that. E.T. I loved all of her stuff since she was little. So she does such an awesome job on this. And I'm having such a trouble talking today. I think it's because I've been sick and I'm still trying to get rid of the last of it. So, but yeah, so Santa Clarita diet basically starts out, and I will tell you right now, there will be spoilers. I'll put it down in the thing. There will be spoilers. It starts out with her and her husband, who are real estate salespeople. And it just ends up with, basically her out of nowhere, just throwing up everything all over the place in a house that they're trying to sell. She throws up a little red ball, and the next thing you know, she doesn't have a heartbeat. And she is like gone from the mousy housewife and real estate broker to, just this really bold, no holds barred, I'll shiv a bitch. Just it's really the easiest way to explain it. And so yeah, it's just hilarious. And they've got a daughter who is basically this, really interesting kid. And she's just like, in the first part of the first show, some of the first things you hear her say is, I need a car. I can't live in the middle of nowhere without a car. And her dad is like, I'm not buying a car. You don't need to buy me a car. You just need to buy mom a new car, and then I'll take her car. And, if you wouldn't think that your kid could just roll with it when you suddenly start eating people, but in this movie, the kid just rolls with it. She's a teenager. It's like, okay, mom eats people now. All right. Awesome. Cool. And, so it's so hilarious. And I did not think it was possible because I loved the first season. It was action-packed and funny and still kind of heartwarming because you've got the whole family thing going. But I didn't think it could get any better. And then I watched season 2. Oh my God. It got so better. It got so much better. I am very upset that now I have watched all of season 2 and now I've got to wait until this time next year to see season 3. Because it left it at such a fantastic cliffhanger, which I won't tell you what the cliffhanger was, but it left it at such a fantastic cliffhanger. I mean, you've got them trying to figure out how to cure her. Then you've got, them trying to figure out, how to make sure she stays fed. You've got them hunting up what caused it, Then during all this, you've got the daughter and the next door neighbor going through their, like teenage angst and, it's just fun. It is fun. It is gory and kind of gross. But at the same time, it's like, if this is what a modern day zombie apocalypse was, I'd kind of be okay with it. Because it's just like her decision was, it's okay if I eat people as long as I only eat bad people. And there was one scene, and yes, I know spoilers, I'm horrible, but there is one scene where she finds out that there are Nazis in one of these towns and that they have their own baseball team. And she's like, an entire baseball team of Nazis. And they're eating, she goes out with her husband because he wants to eat at this place, and she sees this lobster tank in the back. And she's like, you know what's great about a lobster tank? When you're hungry, you can just go, pluck one out, cook it, eat it. You're done. And she holds up the ticket booklet that she bought that from the Nazi baseball team, and she's flipping it, and she's like, this is my lobster tank. When I'm hungry, I just reach in, pluck one out, dinner. You know, so I just, it is so funny. It really is. If you haven't watched the Santa Clarita Diet yet, you really need to watch it. There are every time I hear someone talk about it, they're just raving about it. I have not heard anything bad about it yet. Honestly, from anybody that's been watching it, I have not heard anything bad yet. Everybody just seems to love it. And I've got to admit, you know, it's great. You know, I mean, it just is. I mean, I don't have anything bad to say about it. Except for the fact that I've watched it all and now I want the rest of it. You know, I want season 3. I've watched all of season 1 repeatedly. I've watched season 2 repeatedly. And now I'm like, now I want season 3, and there's no more for right now. I have to wait until next year before I get to watch season 3. And I'm just like, no. You know, it's hard. But that's the only bad thing I have. You know, that's it. And it isn't a movie. I know it isn't a movie. So I will throw in a movie. Just since I said this is movie of the week. And, you know, I've been trying to figure out what movie to do. And since I knew thought I was going to talk about the Santa Clarita Diet, I said, you know what? We're on a thing with zombies. Let's just do a zombie week. We'll call it zombie week. So we're going to do at least one movie with zombies. And that movie is called Here Alone. I do not know where it was supposed to be filmed at. It kind of looks like either the US or Canada. They're kind of vague on that. And I will say this. I have never watched a zombie movie before where you don't see any zombies. Never. I have never watched a zombie movie before where you don't see the zombies. This movie is probably close to 2 hours long. And you see the zombies for 5 minutes. Maybe 10 throughout the entire movie. That's it. That's all. It is more of a drama with a little bit of a thriller thrown in. It's about this woman, and I will say, it's not for kids. Don't have your young children watch this, because there is quite a bit of nudity. Because one of the first scenes when I turned the movie on, and I was shocked, was this woman standing in the dirt, standing on the edge of a lake, covering herself in mud and animal poo. And she was completely naked. And I was just like, okay. Wasn't it how I expected it to start? Usually there's someone running for their lives, there's someone dying, you know, blood spewing all over the place. None of that. There's nothing like, you know, gross or you know, really nothing like that. There's none of the normal, you know, disemboweling, you know, blood spatter, you know, none of that. The zombies, you don't see them eat anybody. None of it. You don't see any of that. And what it is it starts out with this woman doing that. And apparently it is because she has to go on a supply run. I know. So she's going on a supply run. And the best way to keep the zombies, from being able to tell you're there is to mask your scent. So animal poo and mud. Okay. I mean, I can see the sense in that. You know, grew up in a hunting family, and when I was a kid, I was always told, you know, the best way to mask your own scent was, you know, deer urine. I'm not spraying deer pee on me, but that's what the men in the family all said. Apparently hunters now disagree. But anyway, so I can understand where she's going with that. If I don't drink something, I will start coughing, and I do not want to start coughing. Anyway. So, you see that. And then this one has a lot of flashbacks in it. It is all in English. I will give it that. It doesn't need subtitles. There are no subtitles in either of these things that I've said today. So, it does not need subtitles. It does do a lot of flashbacks. It starts out with her in the woods with her husband and their baby. And, you know, what happens and how the disease works. And basically, this disease is, you don't have to get bitten. You just have to get one drop of blood on you. And then, boom, you're infected. And so, it's very much a, oh my God, are you kidding? But it starts out with her doing that, and it shows a bunch of flashbacks to when they were first out there, and they're hiding out away from towns, away from people, and the husband's into survival stuff and living off the land, and, you know, they're trying to make it out there with this small infant, and, well, she's not a small infant, it's a toddler. Anyway, and then you later on find out what happened to the husband and the toddler because they're not there anymore. When she's there, it's just her. And then later on, she's joined by 2 people. Basically, this entire cast is 3 people. Modern day, you know, it had the husband and the baby from beginning. So, but current time, it's just her and 2 other people. So that's basically the main cast is 3 people. That's it. And, you know, it's interesting. I don't know. It doesn't really feel like a zombie movie. It feels more like a drama. It is very slow. It is more kind of like dark and drama-ish. I know that's probably not a word. But anyway, but it's more dramatic and darker and, you know, like I said, maybe 10 minutes through the entire movie, you see the zombies. And you don't really see the zombies close to them until, like, towards the end. Before that, you hear the zombies before that, but you don't really see them. And it's just one of these things where it's just like, this is the craziest zombie movie I've ever watched in my life because there are no freaking zombies in it. It's like, where the heck are all the zombies? There are no zombies. I don't know any of the actors' names. They're not actors that I've ever seen before. I've never seen any of them in anything. None. They're good actors. I will give them that. They're very good actors. The movie itself, if you like dramas, it's a good thing. It's starting to rain. But for what it is as a zombie movie, I don't really give it a lot of credit because I don't really care for that type of zombie movie. Anyway, because it is starting to rain and I am in the car and I've got 2 dogs out in the yard, I'm going to close this down with Santa Clarita Diet and Here Alone. Santa Clarita Diet, I give a full 10. Full 10. Here Alone, I give a 4. You know, I wasn't that enthralled. But it's starting to rain harder, and so I'm going to let you go. As always, much love from Monty in a very curious place. Stay strange, sweeties. Bye.